What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 UNOH 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series heads to Bristol Motor Speedway, the half-mile track, also known as the fastest half-mile track in the country for racing at this track. A track that puts on generally some really exciting and fun racing, has multiple grooves available, and some pretty good racing on the track every time we go out there. The last time we ran at Bristol Motor Speedway, we saw Chandler Smith pick up his first Truck Series win of the 2025 season. He'll be back this time around looking for his third Truck Series win of the season and looking to bounce back after issues at Darlington and looking to get his third win of the year. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend currently at the moment is actually looking really promising. It's going to be 77 degrees a high with 50 degrees as a low with a 0% chance of rain with sunny skies. The race is going to start in the upper 60s and is going to drop as the night goes on. So adjustments are going to have to be made on these trucks throughout the night. But the weather should be solid enough. It's not going to be any rain this weekend, which is really good to see. Going to be not too hot, not going to be too cold, just right for the fans headed out to the racetrack this weekend. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff standings after race 1 and going into race 2 of the round of 10. So Corey Heim, after winning Darlington, is locked into the next round. Lane Riggs up by 38. Daniel Hemrick is up by 33. Grant Infinger's up by 30. Tyler Ingram's up by 22. Ty Majeski's up by 16. Raj Kriv's up by 4. And Jake Garcia is up by 2. Meanwhile, Chandler Smith is 2 points below, and Caden Honeycutt is 7 points below. It is very close currently at the moment with where the cutoff line is at this point, and things are likely going to change this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway. So now, finally, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle, who I don't think will have the pace and speed, or haven't been really good at this type of track. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run, who I think will have a good run, or are really good at this type of track. And I do my winner's pick, the driver thinks going to win the race overall, and I do the drivers need to watch out for, and usually for the Craftsman Truck Series, I got 4 drivers need to watch, along with the race winner. So now, let's just jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 UNOH 200? My first suck pick for this weekend at Bristol is the driver of the 41 truck for Nice Motorsports, Connor Jones. Connor Jones, I believe, is making his 3rd or 4th Craftsman Truck Series start of the 2025 season. I'm going to be real and honest here. I am not really expecting much from Connor Jones going into the week. I think it's going to be a struggle for him, unfortunately. I just don't think a lot of the pace and speed to be a factor in any way, shape, or form. And Connor's not the most talented guy out there, so I think it's not going to be a great run for him. Plus, Nice Motorsports has been inconsistent at points. I don't trust Connor going into this weekend. I think it's going to be a mess for him. I don't think he will run well at Bristol. My second suck pick for this weekend at Bristol is a driver of the 5 truck for Tricon Garage, Tony Breidinger. Look, Tony Breidinger has not had a great season so far in the Truck Series. She has only had, I believe, 2 top 20 finishes this year, and she's in the same equipment that guys like Corey Heim have been in, where he has won 8 or 9 races so far this year. So I think Tony Breidinger, unfortunately, she ends up struggling this weekend. I don't think she's going to have the pace and speed to contend. I think she's at best going to run around 20th to 25th, and I'm being generous at this point. It's been not a great season for her. I think Tony Breidinger, unfortunately, struggles this weekend at Bristol. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 UNOH 200. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Bristol is a driver to 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Corey Day. Corey Day started this year off on not the best footing, but he is really starting to figure it out here in stock car racing. He's had a couple top 10s as of late, I believe finishing the top 10 at Darlington, and he ran top 10, top 15 most of the day. Ran really well at RRP, finishing the runner-up position, and with a track like Bristol, a track where he's had some experience before in ARCA, I think he's actually going to run really well this weekend. I think he's going to contend for a top 5 potentially. I think Spire's been up and down at points, but I like Corey Day's chances. I think he's going to have a solid opportunity, and I think he'll be pretty competitive for sure this weekend at Bristol. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Bristol is the driver of the 45 truck for Nice Motorsports, Bailey Curry. Earlier this year, Bristol Motor Speedway, Bailey Curry had one of his best runs on the track, for unfortunately had some sort of a mechanical issues near the end of the race. I think Bailey is going to contend for a potential top 10 run, and I think he'll actually have a chance and opportunity to maybe even get a top 5 this weekend. I think this team is going to bring some strong pace and really good speed, and I think Bailey Curry will be a factor for a fantastic opportunity and a great run this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway with this team. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2025 UNOH 200. Who am I picking to win? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway is one of only 3 drivers so far, I believe, this season have multiple wins in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Now, normally I pick someone like Corey Heim, considering Corey Heim has won here prior, I believe, at Bristol Motor Speedway, and has ran very, very well here. But I am not picking Corey Heim to win this weekend. The driver who I am picking to win this weekend at Bristol, however, is the driver to 38 truck for Front Row Motorsports, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith has been exceptional at the short track so far this year. Picked up the win at Bristol earlier in the spring and picked up the win at North Wilkesboro as well. And with a track kind of similar to like North Wilkesboro and all that kind of stuff, where you're going to have to manage your tires in some way, shape, or form, I think Chandler Smith will be the driver that will go to victory lane. I think his team's going to bring some fantastic speed. I think Chandler's going to have a strong opportunity to be very competitive this weekend. I think Chandler Smith gets it done. I think the 38 team will have the opportunity. I think Chandler Smith will, in fact, go to victory lane this weekend at Bristol. And now we're going to jump onto the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Bristol. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Bristol is a driver 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. Corey Heim has had a fantastic season in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, almost 8 or 9 wins so far this year, and has been the dominant guy all year long. I think he will be a factor this weekend at Bristol. He hasn't been as the fastest guy in the last couple weeks, I will say, but I think Corey Heim will still have a really, really good truck. He's always running up in the top 5, has led over 1,000 laps so far in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series this year. I think it's going to be a great run for Corey. I think he will be a factor for the victory this weekend at Bristol. The second driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Bristol is a driver 34 truck for Front Row Motorsports, Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs, for the majority of the season, has been the only guy on a consistent week-by-week basis that can keep up with Corey Heim on the racetrack. And Lane Riggs, I believe, is the defending winner of the night race at Bristol as well. I think he's going to have a really strong chance to be a factor for the victory. I think Front Row's bringing some really strong trucks on a week-by-week basis. I think he will be a factor and contender. And I think Lane Riggs will have a solid chance and a really strong opportunity to be up front and contend for the win this weekend in the Truck Series at Bristol. The third driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Bristol is a driver of the 98 truck for Thorsport Racing, Ty Majeski. The last couple races for Ty Majeski, he's been really putting up some great numbers. At Richmond, he had the truck to beat before he had issues, was really fast at Darlington and came back to finish in the top 5 and showed some pretty good speed at IRP as well. And Ty Majeski is a former winner at Bristol. I think he has a good chance to win on Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening. I think he will be a factor and will have a great chance and a pretty fast opportunity to be a major contender this weekend at Bristol. And the fourth final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Bristol is a driver of the 52 truck for Halmer Friesen Racing, Caden Honeycutt. I really like Caden Honeycutt's chances this weekend. This 52 team's been really, really fast at the short tracks this year, and Caden Honeycutt's been no exception. He had issues, of course, at Darlington where he had a flat tire, but I think he's going to rebound from that issue at Darlington, have a really good run. He's only 7 points below the cutoff line currently at the moment. I really like his chances to make that up this weekend with the speed that he has shown. I think he's going to bring some fantastic pace and really strong pace, and I think he'll be a major factor, and I think he could potentially get that first truck win. I think he'll be really, really good this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, those are my race picks for the 2025 UNOH 200 at Bristol. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Connor Jones, Tony Bridinger. My underdog picks are Corey Day and Bailey Curry. My winner's pick is Chandler Smith. And the ones to watch out for, Corey Heim, Lane Riggs, Ty Majeski, and Caden Honeycutt. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 UNOH 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your picks below for this weekend at Bristol. Who are your picks for this weekend at Bristol? Let me know your suck picks, your underdog picks, your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Bristol. Let me know them in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we are going to have the NASCAR news video, likely discussing news over the course of the last couple of days. And we'll also have the Xfinity Series race picks for Bristol as well. Then on Thursday, I'll have Cup race picks for the night race at Bristol. And we should have the Truck Series race review as well. Then on Friday, we will have a NASCAR news video again. And then Xfinity Series race picks. Then Saturday and Sunday, we'll have content dropping over the weekend. Maybe some other silly seasons, among other things, coming out very soon as well. We got a lot of content coming on people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Paul Wallace, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, Cletus Vaughn, Dodge Ram, all the good stuff Connor Zilch Junior Motorsports talk about on the channel in the coming days and weeks as well. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.